Oggi di moderare questa conferenza stampa, farò solo una domanda e poi lascio a voi tutto lo spazio che vorrete. Vorrei solo introdurre i nostri ospiti. Abbiamo, partendo dalla sinistra, Samuel Adida, che è uno dei produttori del film, Lily Cohen, Terry Gilliam, l'altra produttrice Lily Cohen. Io vorrei dare in là a questa conferenza partendo da un dato: il film, il bellissimo film di Terry Gilliam, è nell'ambito di un omaggio retrospettiva che stiamo facendo a Heath Ledger. E vorrei partire proprio da questo, la sua collaborazione con Ledger, cosa gli ha insegnato dal punto di vista professionale e umano, che ricordo ne ha.
Heath was truly an extraordinary person, not just as a human being, but as an actor.
Terry, sorry.
Excuse me. Hello. Hey, I was just being more personal this way. This is a bit formal. Heath was truly extraordinary, as both as a human being, as a friend, and as an actor. He was so full of life and energy and humor and intelligence and mischievous, and we only got to see a little bit of what he was capable of. That's a sad thing. He was also incredibly wise. All of us who knew him were always amazed how old he seemed to be. I was always convinced he had Aboriginal blood in him, and that in fact he didn't die young. He was probably about 243 years old when he actually died. There was something that was so, his spirit was so kind of special, and it was, I think, that spirit that allowed us or forced us or supported us to finish the film. When Johnny and Colin and Jude came to the rescue, it was because they were so close to Heath. They loved him. And Colin, when he was doing his part, said at times he thought he was channeling Heath. He was that ever-present. I think it's why the film works, is because those three actors were close friends of Heath, and they were able to carry the character right through. Aspects of Heath continue to be alive in Johnny, Colin, and Jude. So for me, this film is a testament to how much he was loved and respected, and I think it's a wonderful way actually to see what Heath was a bit like, because the character of Tony is very much like Heath. He's there, and he's alive on film, and I think we're all proud to be part of it.
Iniziamo allora con le domande, prego.
No, non ti preoccupare. I can speak English. The questions is for the director. It's fascinating film because if you think about cinema as a language, all the time you see a film, they touch you in a certain ways. You're conscious, you're unconscious, they touch your imagination. And the narrative, the main way the narrative goes is imagination. How was for you to do this film? It's a kind of, it looks like a play of this imagination of the doctor, but it's also film is an imagination. So what is to do to put it all together to make this film?
Imagination. I mean, the thing is, I think there's this quality of the magic mirror in Parnassus's theater that is like the cinema. It's not just cinema, it's radio, it's art, it's music, it's what the arts do for us, that take us out of our little lives. They also help us escape from the world that the media tries to convince us is reality, which it isn't. I think what I was trying to do with the Immaginarium is to surprise the audience. Each time we go in through this mirror, it's a surprise, it's new, it's fresh, we never know what's going to happen next. And one reason I wanted to make this is because I don't get that experience when I go to the cinema these days. I keep seeing the same film, I keep seeing the same car chase, I keep seeing the same two actors leaping in front of an explosion. So cinema has become less and less imaginative, and so this was, I suppose, my way of trying to surprise and delight people the way cinema used to when I was a younger person.
Grazie, c'era il signore lì in terza fila, quarta, pardon.
Two simple questions. I would like to know if the fate of Tony at the ending of the movie is related to the fate of it, or was in the original script that was like that. And the second question is about the roles for the Immaginarium Tony. If the three actors choose the respective parts of, or you choose which suited best. Thanks.
I can answer those questions. This is good. We didn't change anything in the script. We changed a few ideas, the fact that the face can be different on the other side of the mirror. But as far as the story and what happens to Tony, that's exactly what was in the original script. I mean, there are moments in there that are obviously very disturbing, knowing that he's died in the middle of the filming. And at one point, Christopher Plummer didn't want to say a particular line, which he says during the scene in a monastery. And he's talking about stories, about comedies, about romances, a tale of unforeseen death. Chris didn't want to say that because he had died, exactly as that line seemed to say. And I said, no, we have to say that line. We don't change anything, because that was the movie that Heath and I were definitely trying to make. So I changed nothing as far as any of the ideas, and hardly any dialogue was changed. And as far as the actors, I felt Johnny had to go first, because I wasn't sure if this idea of replacing Heath with other actors would work. But I knew if Johnny pulled off his section, the audience would be comfortable and they would continue with this very happily. So that was the choice for Johnny. Jude Law, strangely enough, I was talking to Jude about playing the part of Tony before Heath became involved. But Jude was involved in the possibility of another film, which did happen. And we made a book to help raise the money for the film, and I had these paintings made, and we had a scene with Tony on the stilts walking. And because I was talking to Jude at that point, we put his face on. And that's what happened. It ended up that Jude played that part in the film. And Colin, I felt, had to play the finale, because Colin is darker. He looks more like a bad guy. And he must suffer. And that's how it ends.
Yes.
Buongiorno, una domanda per Terry Gilliam e una per Miss Lily Cohen. Al regista volevo chiedere, lei oltre al cinema è anche stato tuttora un illustratore di mondi surreali. L'immaginario di Gilliam in questo film è solo il suo immaginario, o si è ispirato a qualche altro artista, magari surrealista contemporaneo? E per Miss Cole, la stiamo vedendo sempre più spesso al cinema, volevo sapere se un'attrice come lei, che è anche modella, dà qualcosa in più, perché è abituata, è già predisposta a darsi completamente all'immaginario e alle trasformazioni di un regista visivo.
The first part about, I suppose, where the images and the ideas come from, there's a website I go to called cheapimagination.com, and I get all my ideas from that place. It's very inexpensive. You can all go there and be as imaginative as I appear to be. As far as the world of the imagination, I was looking at a lot of different artists. The scene with Jude Law is based on paintings by Grant Wood, a famous American artist. The scenes in the boat were based on paintings by Maxfield Parrish. So I steal from a lot of really good, talented artists. Most of them are dead, so they can't sue me. It's very important.
With regards to my question, I think there's certainly things that probably help me acting from my experience while I've been for so many years. Sure, I can't even put my finger on what exactly they are, but I think that there are similarities between those industries and kind of what you're expected to do. I certainly found this experience much more difficult and challenging than any kind of job I've done in the past, and so that's kind of what I love about it, that it is a big commitment of myself.